Well, it is International Women's Day, and Google celebrating by inspiring women in Africa and also celebrating inspiring women on our continent. It's announced 3 new initiatives aimed at empowering women entrepreneurs here in South Africa, Kenya and Nigeria. Let's get more details then. I'm joined by Google's head of marketing in the area for Sub Sahara. It's Asha Patel joining us. Hello to you, Asha, in Johannesburg for us. I appreciate the time. Happy Women's Day, if I may say as well. Just tell me about how Google is doing this. I'll tell you why I ask, because I had a look at the Google Doodle, and very nicely done for today.
Yes, thank you. That's definitely one of the ways that we are celebrating International Women's Day today. Across Sub-Saharan Africa, though, we are celebrating in 3 key ways. We have announced today, and we're introducing our inaugural class of our Google for Startups Accelerator, which is focused on women. And we are announcing 15 startups from across 18 African countries that are creating innovative solutions that are aimed at improving livelihoods across communities in their markets. In addition to that, yes,
continue, please.
So in addition to that, we are also announcing our women-focused Hustle Academy program. And as we know, across Sub-Saharan Africa, SMBs make up and generate about 80% of jobs on the continent. But they really lack access to working capital. And these businesses cannot invest in development, which ends up leading to stagnation. And so this particular program, the Hustle Academy, empowers women-led SMEs in Africa through boot camp style training that helps them to boost their revenue, position themselves for investment, and build sustainable businesses for the future.
And it's no real surprise that Google is getting involved as well. When you talk about interconnectivity as well, I was doing an interview earlier today also on International Women's Day, and it was all about innovation and technology for gender equality. And I imagine Google is one of those organizations that really is at the coalface, the sharp end of being able to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And, there are so many women across Africa that are doing incredible work in this space. And so, this gives us an opportunity to really celebrate them. And one of the ways that we're celebrating them today is we are hosting what we're calling Women in It. It's a social media series that will feature 6 inspiring women who are really breaking barriers and making an impact in the fields of technology, business, and entrepreneurship.
Talk to me about the countries. Why South Africa? Why Kenya? Why Nigeria?
So these are the 3 markets which we operate in. We've got offices based in each of those local markets. But actually, our startups accelerator is actually bringing forward 15 founders across 8 different countries. So we are seeking, representation across a wide range of markets across Africa.
And I'm sure that's not the first time that Google has been involved in this as well. As I scroll down underneath the Doodle archive, I mean, there's always something very special on International Women's Day as well. And the success over the years, how is that measured for a company the size of Google? It can be so easy, and it's not a criticism at all, Asha, but for a company the size of Google, this day can vanish into the ether very quickly. How do you measure that? What's your ROI, if you will, as head of marketing for this campaign?
Yes, absolutely. I think, the Hustle Academy, for instance, is a mentorship type of program. It's a boot camp for entrepreneurs. And this curriculum actually includes over 3,000 hours of business training and practical education that enables businesses to go out and pitch for funding, which we know is one of the reasons that businesses actually end up failing. So these are some of the metrics that we look at, to try and understand how successful a business has been in raising funds to ensure that they are sustainable and their business models are sustainable.
And when we now also take a look at all of these plans that are in place at the moment, you're busy talking about this, the Hustle Academy for Women, etc. When we start talking about moving into the workplace as well, because you can have these incubators, for example, like you were talking about, are we seeing young women, young girls going through these programs and eventually ending up, for example, as the head of marketing for Google in South Africa?
Yes, we actually do quite a bit in this space that focuses on training and education. We have a school program called Web Rangers, where we actually partner with a lot of players in the space to assist young learners with understanding, safety protocols when browsing online, and also to offer, basic digital skills when it comes to safe usage of the internet. So there's a whole host of programming that's available in the space within the tech sector. And I encourage everybody to take a look at our blog, our Google Africa blog, where you will see, all of the initiatives that we've launched to celebrate International Women's Day.
And I suppose this would be my last question as well, because I can imagine there's many people watching going, they'd love to be a part of this. How do they become part of this? So you've got the Google for Startups Accelerator Africa, the Hustle Academy, the social media series as well. How are the women involved chosen, or do they come to Google? Just take me through that process quickly.
Yes, there is an application process for Hustle Academy. Applications are vetted by a panel of experts, and through our Google blog. I think that's the best place for people to actually find information, is to visit our Google Africa blog. And our Women in It campaign will be featured on Twitter. So please look out for our Google Africa Twitter handle. And there you will actually see the profiling of these 6 women across Africa.
There you go. Very nice and easy way to get involved, and I'm sure get more information, if not for this year's International Women's Day, certainly for next year as well. If you want to do yourself a favor, it really is a beautiful doodle. All you have to do is go onto your browser and just go type in google.com. It'll bring it up for you. Why? Because you live here in South Africa. Asha Patel, what a pleasure. Thank you very much. I hope to speak to you again. Head of Marketing for Google here in South Africa. Just go to google.com and you can see the doodle that I'm talking about.